Honestly, I shouldn't be smoking. And if I'm watching this a couple of years from now and I'm thinking, oh shit, I should have stopped smoking right there. Yep, I told you. So I'm debating with myself matters of interest. Um, I think for the past few weeks, the argument that's been going on in my head is that of am I doing what I don't want to phrase it like that. What I'm doing, is it a waste of time? And the answer, of course, is no. What I'm doing is not a waste of time. In fact, it is a use of time. But using the time to study further. I think what the question really is what is the culmination of all of this studying, all of this intake, assimilation, and understanding of knowledge within a particular field, of course, mine being architecture as a profession. That's what the studying in the class is about. Studying towards becoming a professional architect, which is a beautiful and noble cause. And I can sort of like trace it back to when I was in grade 12. That was 13 years ago. So it is sort of like a journey on itself, on its own, that is um, blossoming quite well. So, but like the argument that's happening is not about the architectural training, it's about the effect of education on myself as an individual in terms of looking at my life on two parallel timelines where on the one side I didn't get this education and on the other side I did get this education. Obviously on the side where I did get the education I would be here at this moment talking to you on the video. On the side where I didn't get this education I would be somebody totally different. That's my thoughts about it. I would see the world totally different, and I think my understanding of everything could possibly have been similar, but I could have been able to perceive things in a different way than I do today. Don't smoke weed, kids. The way I see things and the way I've been seeing things since I was a kid, 11 years of old, or somewhere like that, is that there is no actual society. There is an idea of society that has been going on for quite a number of years now. And that idea is carried on from generation to generation of what it is. It's sort of like packaged and delivered into the next generation through parenting and through education. If you tweak the education system of any generation, you can effectively change society, the architecture of society as a whole in one or two generations. But of course, you have a lot of role players in the curation and creation of society. So it becomes a very complex and impossible task to actually create a system that reflects democratic values. I want to call them I want to use the term democratic values because I think that at the current point we are in time and the understanding of what the word democracy means in general, I'm able to sort of convey the idea that I am talking about when I say democratic values. I don't want to say positive values because what's positive to me might not necessarily be positive to you, but democracy, and I risk the chance of being totally wrong because I am. Democracy is sort of like generally understood the same way from person to person. It is it is just easy to manipulate because democracy means that it can look and act like a democracy, but it can be anything it wants to be. Democracy is a value system, is a chain of ideas that we purport to um, what's the word, to roll out into sort of like society, the breadth and width of the nation state. But see, democracy doesn't exist. It's a set of values that could exist a few at a time. You could find environments where there are certain democratic values at play. Because it is so manipulable, and it's like a story that you tell a child so that they can have faith that a higher power is is carrying all their burdens. It sort of releases the burden on the child that you know what, a higher power has this, and yeah, I release it from myself. I shouldn't feel the guilt and all of that. So democracy is similar, um, because all of the stages that came before democracy was sort of like the foundation that needed to happen in order for democracy um, to be a thing. You know, it's not like had we not had colonialism, apartheid for South Africans, we would have had democracy. It's not like we were gonna say, "Oh, let's have democracy first, and then we will colonize um, people." No, no, no. It's let's colonize. Let's get our affairs in order. Let's put the structure down, and then let us have democracy to assimilate. that the smuggling and hand grabbing of what is there is done now. That's democracy. Is let's pretend that we're done colonizing. So what I observe when I'm assimilating the knowledge that I get from studying into my own thinking, my own perspective, I realize that it is actually part of um, colonization, the education that I'm receiving now. So I am being constantly colonized by the education, and you know, you we don't talk about it because you can say that to somebody and they will not get your perspective. That's why I say that our perspectives are different and somebody else can see it quite differently. And I could agree, but it doesn't mean I disagree with what I am saying. I am agreeing to the fact that from their perspective, it is correct and it makes perfect sense. From my perspective, we are, as Africans and as people in Africa, and that's the thing about colonization is that it's not just happening to black people, it's happening to everybody in the society, even white people are colonized. I don't know if they don't see it or it's okay for them, but everybody seems to be under the spell of the capitalist colonial movement that has transformed itself into a democratic state of being that still exploits natural resources of the earth and places humans as core labor in really abusing the resources to whatever ends that satisfies the human condition. And it is amazing to watch. I'm very honored to be here at this time observing all of this happening. I think the the birth of men, human, however which way you want to understand it, whether it is Adam, Eve, garden, or it is fish in the sea, walking monkey, or it is divine intervention. Whatever helps you sleep at night, it is not as exciting as the slow distraction of humanity. And I use the word humanity carefully because I don't want to say humans. I am not even sure that we will die because we are so advanced driven in terms of our technology that we could figure out a way to survive when the planet tries to kill us off, or when nature tries to kill us off in order to balance itself again. And we could find, uh, we are literally evolving faster than nature. That's how we are so intelligent. We are evolving faster than our natural evolution um, rate. So it is just interesting to watch us be humans and to stop being human. We're no longer going to be human beings. We're just going to be humans. Those are the humans. They once were human beings, but now they are just humans. Because once we could be in nature, but once we can't be in nature, we cannot be human beings. We can only, be human because maybe we are not even on Earth anymore. Maybe we found a way to live on Mars. Uh, then we didn't just be. We left. We are human gone. We are humans, and we are a beautiful species. Very destructive, but beautiful. We have some really wonderful cultures and traditions, but we destroy ourselves at the expense of gaining tangible um, possession, and that is very beautiful and poetic. And yeah, I just like I said, happy to be here. I'm enjoying my time in a very weird way.